What's going on, guys? My name is Owen and welcome back to another video. So as requested by you guys, I'm doing a tattoo showcase slash collection slash timeline video. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys a timeline of my tattoos, starting off with the very first tattoos that I got and then all the way up to my most recent ones. And I also took some questions from you guys yesterday on my Instagram story. I just asked for questions about my tattoos or tattoos in general that you guys wanted answered. So that'll be in the second half of the video. Without further ado, let's hop right into my very first tattoo. By the way, I forgot to mention there's no meaning behind any of my tattoos at all. I just get images that I like and I kind of treat my body like a mood board, Pinterest board type thing. I just wanted to clarify that just because a lot of people have meaning behind their tattoos, but I don't have any meaning behind any of my tattoos at all. So in summer of 2016, I made an appointment to get 3 tattoos at once, just because I knew going into it, tattoo artists have a minimum amount that they charge for a tattoo, and then they also have an hourly rate. So let's say if you wanted to get a tattoo that took 5 minutes, they would charge roughly like anywhere from $60 to I think like $100 is roughly around the range. But if you wanted to get a tattoo that took an hour, it could be anywhere from $100 to $300 depending on the artist. So I thought, why not just fill in that time with a bunch of small tattoos just to be cost efficient. So I planned it all ahead of time and I decided to get 3. The very first one that I got was actually this lightning bolt right here. Just a very, very simple outline of a lightning bolt, nothing crazy, nothing too special about it. Like I said, it was summer of 2016, so this one was 3 years ago, I guess. The artist I picked had a really good portfolio. She had so many amazing pieces, all very, very clean lines. However, every single one of my tattoos has some sort of fuck up in them. It's very unfortunate, but I think the tattoo artist I scheduled an appointment with actually took other people's art and put it on her portfolio, because there's no way she's able to put that quality of work out and also put out this quality of work out. The next tattoo I got after the lightning bolt was actually this symbol right here behind my bicep, I guess. This symbol was used in the Raf Simons Consumed collection. It was put on 2 different pieces. It was put on a button up and then a tank top. I believe it's supposed to be a take on the anarchy symbol, so it's just a little bit different. And yeah, I love this image. I am kind of proud of myself for getting a uniquely placed tattoo as one of my very first tattoos. And the third tattoo I got in that session, which took the longest out of all 3, was actually this butterfly right here. It's just a very simple monarch butterfly, but I ended up getting this one touched up just because it was very, very bad. You can't really see it now, but it was supposed to be clean black lines, no shading. However, this side of the wing and also the body was so splotchy. I don't know how she fucked up so bad, but like a lot of skin was showing and it just healed really, really bad. It didn't look clean at all. So I ended up getting touched up by the artist who does all my other tattoos. I've only ever had 2 tattoo artists, which is kind of cool, I guess, because the tattoo artist I use now does so many different styles, and I'm very, very glad I found him. But yeah, I got this one as the 3rd tattoo in that session, and I got it touched up roughly like a year and a couple months ago. This is definitely one of my favorite tattoos, just because I kind of associate it with this channel. When I first started making videos, I had this tattoo, and a lot of people pointed it out and stuff like that, and they really liked it. So that's just kind of the symbol of the channel, I guess, or something. And the next tattoo I got, I think a good amount of time went by. I think it was like January or February or March of 2018, so quite a long time went by, and it was actually this heart behind my ear right there. It's just a very, very simple outline of a heart. Hopefully you guys are able to see that through the lighting. Nothing crazy detailed about it. However, I really liked how that artist did it. Very, very clean lines, nothing splotchy or messed up about it at all. So I actually checked out his portfolio after I got that piece done, and I saw he had such a good style, and he was able to do so many different like variations of tattoos, like traditional, Japanese style, clean line work, dot work. So I ended up going to him for all my other tattoos, like I said. The next tattoo I got, which was in October of 2018, so quite a bit of time later, was actually this guy in an electric chair right there on my wrist. I love this tattoo so much. I love that illustration style. It was kind of reworked from the original image done by the artist. I have had quite a few questions asking if this is the exact same image that Lucas Sabat has. However, the drawing that Lucas Sabat got was a guy being hypnotized. He has like a box on his head, but he is also sitting in a chair. But I think they were done by the same artist. I could be wrong about that. But yeah, I love that style. I am a really big fan of like just line work tattoos with no shading or anything like that. And then in the same session, I got this guy. I also got this woman right here. I forget who the original artist is that drew this image out, but I actually got a rework of that image. And I think also ASAP Bari got a rework of this image and he got like a different woman. I got an image of the replicant from Blade Runner 2049, just in the same illustration style with like the same pose and stuff like that. This image also has a little bit of color, which is the first color tattoo that I got. Really cool image. I still love this tattoo so much. I think the hair was done really, really nicely. It's done in a little bit different style than the rest of the image. And the third tattoo I got, which was kind of like on a whim, I didn't really plan on getting it at all, is actually this pain in like a red typewriter font right below the electric chair. I have been thinking about getting another red typewriter font tattoo on the other side of my wrist, like exactly opposite. I just haven't figured out what it would say just yet. I think a few days later, Ian ended up getting paint on his eyebrow right there, so it's kind of cool to have matching tattoos with your friends. I think the next tattoo I got was in January or February of 2019, and it was actually this piece right here, which is an illustration done by Gustave Doré. Excuse the extremely pale arms, by the way. I don't get tanned enough up there, but I love this image. I love his art. You guys should definitely go look up Gustave Doré. He has such a cool art style. This one, however, was done without a stencil. Normally when you get a tattoo, a stencil is applied so then the artist can just follow the lines. However, this one is done freehand. I told the artist to just go crazy, do whatever style he felt like fit the image. He did like a sketchy style, like some lines kind of like go out from the original image. Freehanded it with the shading and all the different line work. And one of my favorite parts is actually the bat wing, just because it goes onto the back side of my arm, which is really cool. One thing I'm not a big fan of, I don't know if it's just me, but I don't like how the face looks. I have considered getting the face removed and then redone, but I'm also not really too sure how I feel about that. But that's just kind of that for now. It was done in a kind of a rough spot because the elbow of your arm, like your inner elbow, is one of the most painful spots you can get on your arms. It's just such a weird feeling. If you have any tattoos in this area, you know how much it hurts. So yeah, the foot does kind of go over that area a little bit. The next tattoo that I got a couple weeks later was in a much worse spot because it does go right onto where the elbow is. But it's actually this original illustration done by Clay Gibson, who is another tattoo artist, but he also draws, which is really cool. I did rework the image a little bit just because the original image had like a flag coming out behind him, but I didn't want to get a image that kind of wraps around my arm entirely. I just wasn't really a big fan of that idea, so I cut out that part of the image. But I also changed up the main character's face a little bit. But it's just supposed to be a cannibal holding the severed head of another man, and he's also riding a horse, and it was done in a really cool style. I just got it in a 1-for-1 style as the original art piece was done in, just to, you know, stay true to that. And yeah, I love how this piece came out. This is definitely one of my favorite tattoos that I have right now, just because it's so unique. And I really like the placement too, just because it kind of works around the butterfly nicely. And then after I got that piece done, another couple months went by and I got this piece right here, which is a deer with bat wings. The original image was a taxidermy piece. The original piece was done by Thomas Grunfeld. I got it in a different style, not true to the original image, because this was actually done in a dot work style instead of like normal shading. Normally shaded tattoos have like a nice smooth gradient. However, I just told my artist to go crazy and do whatever style he felt like fit, and he did this amazing dot work piece. I really like how it came out. It's right on the side of my forearm, so it kind of goes onto the back side a little bit. This is probably my favorite tattoo out of my entire collection that I have so far. And the next piece I got after that was just a couple weeks later, and it was an image I wanted to get for so long, like close to a year. I just kept putting it off. I don't know why. This is this image from a Black Flag poster. It might be kind of hard to tell what's going on, but there is a hand that's putting out a cigarette into the inner workings of a gun, which is like melting the gun, revealing the inner workings of the gun, and also a bullet on the inside. Very complicated image. My artist told me this was a very hard one to do just because there's so many straight lines and lots of little bits of detail, but I love how it came out. I believe Raf Simons has also used this image as a patch on a piece from, I forget which collection. It might have been Riot or it might have been Closer. I don't remember which one it was. But it's kind of cool to have like Raf Simons next to Raf Simons in some regards, except it is Black Flag. And this image I got just a few weeks ago, not too long ago. And then the next images I got were just a few days ago. I got 2 done in that one day, and the first one is actually this fly on my neck right there. I've wanted to get something on my neck for so long. I don't count the heart as a neck tattoo just because it is like right behind my ear. But I love how this fly came out. I've wanted to get this for so long, and I'm glad I finally did. I just got it in a very simple style, a little bit bigger than a normal like life-size fly. And yeah, this one was probably the most painful tattoo I've gotten so far. However, the next tattoo I got after this one was by far the most painful out of all my tattoos. And it was this one right on my hand. It's just a C-H, which stands for Colette Hyatt, which is my brand. And I got it kind of like off-centered on my hand right there. I got it in a Gothic style black letter font, but I only got the outline of the font. I really love how this one came out. Like I said, it was the most painful since it is on my hand, and doing hand tattoos is so painful, oh my god. Both this one and this one are still in the healing process. I think generally tattoos take around 10 to 14 days to fully heal, so these ones are still very fresh. I still have to moisturize them frequently. But yeah, those are all my tattoos for the time being. I probably won't get another one for a few months at the very least. It might be a little bit longer than that. So I just wanted to show you guys all my current tattoos. So for the next part of the video, I'm gonna be answering some of your questions from Instagram. I'm just gonna go in order, very rapid fire style. So let's hop right into that. First question, or questions actually, since these are kind of the same. What do you think about face tats? And the next one is, will you ever get a face tat? I've thought about getting a face tattoo for a while. I do definitely like face tattoos. However, I kind of like it when it's very simple. You don't go too crazy. I think getting one tattoo on your face can be cool. However, when you go past that, it kind of looks a little bit much sometimes. But it just kind of depends on like the personality and stuff like that too. But yes, I have definitely thought about getting a face tattoo. I've planned it out, I've drawn it out, I've put it on my face before just to see what it looks like. I think the only thing holding me back from getting it done is just like the fear of like what my parents will say. It's just, I don't know why. It's just a big step to make in my life, and I'm not really sure if I want to take it just yet. But yeah, I definitely do like face tattoos. Next question, any advice on someone wanting to get tattoos? Yes, I have two pieces of advice. First piece of advice is, once you find an image that you like and you think you want to get tattooed, I would make it the wallpaper on your lock screen, just so when you open up your phone, you see it every single day, multiple times a day, because when you have a tattoo, obviously you see it multiple times a day. So it's just a good way to make sure you aren't getting bored of the image. And the second piece of advice I have isn't for everybody, obviously, but if you are pretty advanced with Photoshop, then I would suggest putting the image onto your body just to see what it looks like. Maybe play around the placement, maybe play around the colors and stuff like that. I've done that for almost every single one of my tattoos, and it's worked out great so far. I think it's a really great way to envision something before you get it. Like there's a couple tattoos I've wanted to get, but then I put it on my body and I'm just not really feeling it anymore, so I decided not to get it. So I'm very glad I did that. Next question is, what did your parents think about your tattoos? Now actually my mom got her first tattoo when I got my first tattoo, like the 3 that I told you guys about. However, like mine, her artist really fucked up. Like she did such a bad job. So I think my mom has either got it removed or is gonna get it removed. I don't remember if she's done it yet. But yeah, I think my parents are cool with tattoos. Obviously they've kind of accepted that I like tattoos and I wanna get tattoos. I am at the point in my life where I can make decisions for myself now, so they kind of have to accept it. But I think as long as I'm happy, they're happy. Next question is there anybody specific who inspired you to get tattoos? I don't think so. I've just always liked tattoos as a kid. I've always really liked how it looks to have some ink on your body, to have just cool art and stuff that you like. How long does it take you to decide on a tattoo? I think generally 1 to 2 months is a good amount of time to wait before getting a tattoo, just because you don't want to get bored of it. You want to make sure you're still interested in the image. Sometimes getting a tattoo on a whim works out and you still like the image for the rest of your life. However, I do know some people that decide to get a tattoo and they completely regret it because they didn't think about it enough. So I think like 1 to 2 months is a good amount of time to wait. Next question is, did it hurt? LOL. I think for the most part, tattoos don't hurt. It just depends on the area you're getting it in. I think the most painful tattoos I've got were this one, surprisingly, just because it's on like a bone. The hand tattoo is the most painful one, the neck, and then just around this area, like these 2 tattoos. For the most part though, when you get a tattoo, it just kind of feels like a scratch. Like imagine a cat nail just going against your skin kind of over and over. That's roughly what it feels like in my opinion. Next question is, do you plan on getting any big tattoos? I think if I were to get a big tattoo, it would either be on my chest area, on my back area, or right along my like forearm, like on the underside right there. Main tattoo inspiration and types of tattoos you like and dislike. I don't really have any tattoo inspirations, I'd say. I just kind of get images I like. I have a pretty big archive of images I collect and just save over time, and sometimes I decide to get it as a tattoo. And then for types of tattoos I like and dislike, I like a lot of tattoos, however I dislike heavily colored tattoos, and I also dislike like full sleeve pieces. I just think it's a little bit meh. I've never really been a big fan of that. I like the idea of getting patchwork images, like I said. Recommendations on a spot for a first tattoo. Generally, if you are scared about getting a tattoo and having like your parents see it or something like that, I would get it under where your t-shirt would normally sit, so maybe like upper arm or somewhere on your body. However, I know that the rib cage is one of the most painful spots you can get, so maybe stay away from there if you want. Next question is, one you've wanted to get for a while but haven't pulled the trigger. I have an idea for something I want to get on my neck, like right in the middle. However, I just haven't made the appointment yet. I still need to think about it a little bit longer, but I do really like neck tattoos. I don't like when neck tattoos just go over your whole neck though. I just want to get something like right in the middle, and then maybe something on the other side to balance it out, but not really sure yet. And that is going to conclude it for this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the tattoo showcase. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. It helps me out so much. I really appreciate it. Also, a big thank you to Sanj. He gave me a huge shout out last week, and I really appreciate it. I think we have like 1,000 new subscribers on this channel, so hello to everybody who is new to the channel. Let me know if you have any ideas for future videos you want to see. It might be a pickups video or a styling video. Any sort of ideas, leave it down in the comments below. I'm really curious to hear. And that's gonna do it for me. Peace out, have a good day. See you guys next time.